UFC 300. Let's talk about it.
Red for the jury that defended and the plaintiff, the court reporter, and the plaintiff. Red for the jury that defended.
UFC 300 was such a show. It was one of my favorite fight cards of all time. It played out like I thought it would from my picks. Besides three of them, I got all of them right. Besides three of them, so you know your boy's good at picking fights. But what a great fight card! Just a phenomenal fight card. Let's go through some of the fights and just talk about just the impact of them. Let's start from top to bottom. So Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. I had Jamal Hill like winning this fight. I just thought his pressure would be too much. And at the beginning of the fight, he had a nice like overhand shot that he did to like respond to Alex like body kick. I like, okay, Jamal's like power and speed is there. He's gonna tag him. But when I saw when he hit him with that clean shot, it didn't do anything to him. I like, we're gonna have a hard time. And it seemed like DC mentioned this, but it seemed like he didn't respect the power of Jamal a little bit after that punch, after that initial shot. So I started to get worried. And look, I've when Davidson Figueiredo when he choked out Joseph Benavidez, and it was a very like disturbing like scene to see him get choked out like that. When Jamal got hit with that left hook, there was a bunch of pictures they have on the UFC Instagram, and it looked so like ridiculous. Like it seemed like Jamal saw a ghost when he got hit. So what a fight. I don't know what's next for both. Like maybe you do the Yuri and Pereira rematch and Rockets versus Hill. I think that'd be a good bounce back fight for both of them. I think that's a great fight. Wei Lee versus Yang. That was a good, entertaining fight as well. I thought that was very interesting at the beginning when Wei Lee had the rear naked choke in, and she was gone. I'm actually going to use that in my presentation. I have a self-defense presentation coming up here, and I'm going to use like how fast a rear naked choke can like render somebody unconscious. And it was very interesting. Good fight overall. I would love to see. I don't know. It's hard to say like Jessica Andrade versus Wei Lee, but I'm not exactly sure who's next in that division. If I'm not mistaken, whoever fought Mackenzie Dern last can definitely fight though. But yeah, good fight. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. I called this fight. I simply thought that Max would be too like nice on his feet for Justin, and obviously the broken nose didn't really help. But Max looked really, really good. Really, really good. And Justin just has a way of fighting that I feel like is reckless sometimes. I know he's trying to like dial it back a little bit, but he gets touched way too much for me. And I think Max is a very clean boxer. So it was a very good fight. Very good fight. Yeah, I would love to see Max go back down to 145. I'm tired of seeing Islam fight 145ers. Obviously, probably it's going to be Arman Sarukian to fight him next. But I'm really tired of Islam defending his belt against 145ers. So give Max the fight versus Topuria. It feels bad because Evloev should probably get that fight as well. It's a weird one, but obviously Max deserves it. I think he gets one more title shot, then calls it. But he's 32, he's young, so I don't know. For Gaethje, he took a lot of damage. He's going to take some time off. I would love to see him versus Conor. I think that'd be a great fight because I think Conor's going to beat Michael Chandler. So I think that'd be a great fight. Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarukian. It was a pretty boring fight. I really do miss Charles Oliveira's reign. Even though I'm a huge Islam fan, I miss Charles' reign because it was very exciting. It's going to be a good fight between Arman and Islam, but you just put Charles in any money fight at 155, that'd be great. Maybe fight him with Justin Gaethje. I don't know. I think that can be a good fight to rematch because as Gaethje said, he had a concussion right before that fight. So interesting fight. Bo Nickel versus Cody Bumgarner. I think that's how you say his name. I hope so. Look, people underestimate what good wrestling is, and Bo Nickel does have good wrestling. I don't know who to fight him at that weight. It's hard to push him up too high, but the individuals he called out, Alex Hernandez, I think it'd be a good fight because Fluffy's his grappling is really good. So let's see, match him up. I think he deserves anybody he calls out. Bo looks really good. Yuri versus Rakic, great fight. I love that. Yuri, it seemed like he had the mindset that like he's not going to be stopped. So I love that. That was a really good fight. I became a big fan of Yuri. And Rakic, it's weird. You ever see the fight where the fighter that was the better fighter didn't win? In my opinion, Rakic was the better fighter. He used his low kicks better. He used his 1-2 better. It just seemed like Yuri just kind of walked through everything, even with a messed up leg. And he got the finish. But I thought Rakic fought his butt off. So, very interesting fight. I'd love to see him versus Jamal Hill. And I'd love to see Yuri versus Pereira again. Unless Pereira wants to go to heavyweight now. So, I don't know. Aljamain Sterling versus Cater. I had Cater catching Aljamain because I just thought to myself, like, O'Malley caught him. And I think Cater's boxing is really good. But to be honest with you, it just seemed like he didn't want to be there. And Aljamain did well. But the striking wasn't very good. I love Aljamain. I like him as a person. I just cringe when he like goes in for striking, like exchanges, because he shuffles his foot a lot. I'm not a pure striking person myself. Like if anybody, I can critique myself. I struggle in the gym, like against a lot of people that have really good footwork. So I kind of can see it. I see myself in Aljamain, so I kind of cringe. But good win by him. That's great. To see him at 145 is really, really good. I don't know who he'll fight at 145, but yeah, that would be a good fight. Obviously, can't give him Taporia. Maybe Emmett. That'd be interesting. Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Holly needs to retire. Kayla looked really big. Like, she looked strong as ever. Shout out to Kayla. She looked really good. But how often can she make that weight? Like, she looked like she gained at least 30 more pounds. Her back was out there. So, good fight, good win by her. I did not know Holly Holm was 42 years old. And I'm not trying to be, like, ageist, but her last fights just haven't looked that good. So, it's probably time to call it. Yusuf versus, was that Lopi? I like Yusuf a lot. Yeah, just not a good fight, to be honest with you. Nice uppercuts by Lopez. Or is it Lopi? Lopez? I'm probably mispronouncing that. I'm so sorry. Jalen Turner versus Morikano. Good fight. Great fight. Jalen Turner had the fight won. You have to. I know you want that $300,000 bonus, but you have to finish the fight. I know you want that walk off, but if you would have you had 10 seconds left. If you applied that pressure to Morikano when you dazed him, you win that fight. You know, it was just a really, I was just really sad for that. I mean, Jessica Andrade and Rodriguez, I got to stop picking against Jessica, but when I do pick her, she loses. Like, she's one of the hardest people to crack, because sometimes her pressure is really hard for people to deal with. But then other times, she just runs into knockout shots herself. It's so hard to pick. I'm not going to pick any more of her fights. I like Jessica. I like how much she throws, but I have a hard time picking her fight. Bobby Green, I'm doing this video before the bonuses. If Bobby Green doesn't get that bonus, bullshit. Bobby Green deserves that bonus. That man looked amazing, and he deserves that. He fought really well against Jim Miller. I'm talking about just put the pressure on him. Hands down, he came to fight. He deserves that $300,000. I think Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje deserves that as well. Poatan obviously deserves it, but give Bobby Green his due. And last, Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. Cody. The reason why I picked Davison is because Cody got knocked out by somebody that at 125, and I know he dropped down for that weight, but I just thought Davison power would carry up to 135. He beat Rob Font, you know, and I think Rob Font would do terrible things to Cody. So easy fight to call. Overall, one of my favorite fight cards. I'm so happy to do this video. This is a very preliminary video because like this is my first time using a webcam. So I can't wait to do more videos. So I really appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be dropping more videos soon because I have this set up now. So let's get it. Appreciate you.